区总裁陈俊廷。Please welcome Vice President of Google Greater China, Stanley Chen.
现场在座的各位和屏幕前的朋友们，大家好！欢迎各位来到 I/O Connect China 2023 Google 开发者大会。这场大会的环球之旅，从迈阿密到阿姆斯特丹、班加罗尔，今天我们的收官之战来到了上海，这座充满科技与商业灵感的国际大都会。中国是上海是中国蓬勃发展的一个缩影，无数的创新应用由中国开发者创造，链接起世界各地的用户，实现多元共进。中国开发者对全球市场的贡献日益重要，你们的卓越表现，世界有目共睹。我们很荣幸能够和中国的开发者并肩前行，在过去的1年里，谷歌与中国开发者携手，将许多精彩的产品通过 Google Play 带给全球的用户。中国开发者在全球23个不同的地区，共斩获了48个 Google Play 年度最佳奖项。这时候我们要不要给自己一点掌声呢？你们所取的这些成绩，源自于你们对于创新的追求。这也是谷歌的原动力。自2016年以来 ，AI 一直是我们技术的核心。在今年 I/O 的大会，我们宣布了超过25种由 Palm 2支持的新产品和功能，帮助开发者构建变革性的方案和服务，为企业和个人提供更多的价值。今天我的同事们也非常的期待与各位分享谷歌是如何想开发者之想，帮助你们提升开发的效能，加快交付的速度。科技的进步只是起点，应用是增长的未来。我非常高兴地看到，在由 AI 技术突破引发的行业变革中，许多中国的品牌借势起飞，与我们一起积极探索 Google AI 赋能营销的出海路径，解锁业务新的增长点。让我举几个例子：游戏公司深圳冰川网络，通过 Google AI 赋能的广告产品和全球翻译等技术，成功的实现产品的增长的同时，也让全球更多的用户享受更优质、更本土化的游戏体验。AI 技术在初创企业0到1的创立过程中呢，也加速着企业的成长。智能宠物喂养品牌 Pet Snowy 在企业创立的初期，通过 Google AI 赋能的营销解决方案，精准的定位人群，短时间内达成了初创品牌的成立，为后续打开北美的市场，推广 Pet Snowy 官网做准备。看来 AI 不但让更多的全球用户接触到我们中国的品牌，也让全球更多的毛孩子们过上了更智能的幸福生活。当然，这些案例只是生机蓬勃的中国出海企业的一个缩影，后面大家也会听到更多精彩的开发者故事，从制造到制造，再到制省。能够与开发者生态一起借用科技的力量，驱动业务的增长，让你们的产品和个人的连结更加高效，我们倍感荣幸。你们打造的产品让全球的用户受益，这也是谷歌一直希望透过技术与平台实现的目标。此外，我们还希望能够借助科技的创新，促进文化之间的理解和连结。首先，我们通过支持教育部产学合作协同育人项目，与兰州大学的开发者团队携手， 基于5万多张敦煌壁画的素材，采用包括 TensorFlow 在内的开源技术，通过机器的学习，将敦煌传统的纹样与现代的图形结合，让你的随手一画即可妙笔生花，皆成敦煌之美。借助科技的力量，与历史近距离的对话，以艺术为桥，让想象力触手可及。与此同时，谷歌艺术与文化携手广州博物馆，将精美的文物带入关庙中国微信小程序中。未来，我们也将广州博物馆的文物及精彩的历史，来通过谷歌艺术与文化的平台传播给全球用户。我们也与中央美术学院的美术馆合作打造了 Pocket Gallery， 让全球的观众可以身临其境地感受到中国文艺的作品。我们可以感受到中国的开发者通过科技引领商业和文化等领域的创新，而这些创新的原动力来自于每位优秀的人才。这也是我们为什么要持续去关注人才的培养。让我跟大家分享几件我们观察与我们做到的事情。根据谷歌亚太与经济学人影响力合作发布的职业技能调研，62%的受访者表示，数字化的技能是当前行业里面所最看重的。今年，谷歌数字人才培养计划在数字营销广告课程的基础上，我们新增了谷歌的开发技术方向的培训课程，助力更多的人才成长。我们非常欣喜，也骄傲地看到，截至2022年底，共有超过12万人报名参加这个计划，而且通过了与教育部的合作，我们与100多家的高校建立深度的合作，并与400多个企业累计发布超过800个就业的机会。同时，我们还启动了 G-Reach 计划，我们希望为残障的人士提供公平的职业机会，通过打造更多元、无障碍的工作环境，助力他们发挥潜力，实现梦想，多元共进。还有 Google.org 在中国发展研究基金会和正宇亚洲的支持下，通过了惠育中国山村入户早教计划，让甘肃省华池县的小朋友们享受科学的早教关爱，也为欠发达地区的女性提供了就业的机会。让我们一起来看看李卫红和小浩的生活发生了什么变化。
以前我是个家庭主妇，每天带孩子做饭、洗衣服的。通过惠育中国早教项目的培训，使我学到了很多的教孩子的一些技能。这些技能使我走进了孩子们的家中。惠育中国这个项目给我们山区儿童带来了很大的希望。我们的浩浩在接触家长之后呢，他变得越来越聪明了。
非常感谢 Google.org Gift Asia 赠亚洲对惠育中国项目的大力支持。我们衷心希望惠育中国入户早教计划项目在全国欠发达地区进一步生根开花，结出更丰满的果实。
此外，在江西省的潭山镇新兴中心小学，有240位的小朋友搬进了由谷歌公益捐助的崭新的教学楼，在明亮的教室里敲下自己的第一段代码。我们希望通过技术、想象力和爱，我们可以让人人都像你们一样的梦想，成为像你们一样的梦想家、创新者。而正是这样子的笑容，鼓舞着我们栽种一个又一个的梦想。每个人都是梦想家，每个梦想都值得被实现。接下来，我想有请我的同事 Developer X 和开发者关系的全球副总裁及总经理决定上台，来分享我们如何透过技术来完成、帮助这些梦想。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Stanley, for the warm introduction and for giving us such great insight into your region. I'm deeply inspired by the work of this developer community, and I'm so excited to be here in China, one of the top 2 developer hubs in the world. Your work has transformed online behavior across the globe in the short-form video, e-tail, and fintech spaces. Many of these apps and businesses are a product of the vibrant and diverse landscape of Chinese startups, and we're seeing even more rising stars from the Google for Startups Accelerator program here in China, which recently helped 10 organizations with Google resources, products, and open source tech. Through our partnerships, we see among the first new technology to be adopted right here in China. That's why we're proud to be here today. And we want to invest in the people who are building the future by enabling you with tools and technology. When we asked you what you were most excited about to learn here at I/O Connect China, you said mobile and AI. You'll see great demos and talks on these topics today. Also, you'll get to learn more about what's happening on the cloud and the web. I hope the program here at Google I/O Connect helps you engage with Google's technology and learn more about our features and products in the way that only an in-person event can do. And while you're here, you should connect with other developers who share your passions. No matter what you're building or what kind of developer you are, whether it's mobile, AI, the web, or cloud, we're here to help. We want you to take on whatever challenge is next. And we're doing that in 2 ways. First, by continuing to provide open integrated solutions that make work easier so you can deliver amazing experiences that your users love. And second, by delivering empowering products, tools, and technology with AI to help you to be more productive. Sometimes innovation comes from ideation. That's the best part of open source. It allows others to adapt and build on top of your project to create something new. That's why we're grateful that you've chosen to build on our platforms and tools, which are open by design. That includes investing in and maintaining a vibrant open source community. And we want you to be able to leverage our partners too. Let me share one example of how we're doing just that together. Let's watch this story about GameFace. It's a really special open source project.
This is my smart guy room. This is my dog Wiki and Sammy. And this is my sick gaming computer. I live on the plains of eastern Colorado. This is my new house. My old one burnt down, but we'll get back to that. This is me, Lance Carr. I've got a rare form of muscular dystrophy, so I can't really move my body. For me, playing video games is my link to the world. But I had to stop gaming because this house burnt down along with my adaptive equipment, and I had absolutely no way to play Warcraft or any other computer game. I definitely had a low point, so when I got connected with some cool folks at Google, hey guys.
Hey, Lance.
I was pretty stoked. We teamed up to develop this thing called Project GameFace.
Yeah, the name is pretty cool.
It allows me to precisely control my mouse with my face. It's so precise, I can even write in cursive.
Project GameFace uses MediaPipe, which links together a number of different AI models to give you an output. And in this case, the output is a mesh of 468 points on your face, and convert that into telemetry like mouse movement or clicks. It runs natively on devices, and it only needs an input from a webcam, which to me is one of the most amazing things about it.
Controlling my computer with funny faces, it's pretty awesome.
You know, the face is what we show to the outside world anyway, so why not bring these two things together? There's a beautiful symmetry there.
I was stronger when I was 6 months old than I am now. Muscular dystrophy takes, and this actually added an ability. So it's the first time I've gained something in a physical sense. My hope is to definitely give this technology to everybody who could use it.
There are many people out there who have ideas, who have creativity, so we're open sourcing this technology for folks to create miraculous solutions like this one.
I just want to make a lot of people's lives better and easier. Well, we're gonna get back to it. Thanks for hopping by the plains of Colorado.
Oh, you saw me?
Look at the edges of the cliffs.
Wait, what was that?
He's a warlock.
Oh.
I should have known.
I love this story. It's a perfect example of what can happen when coding is combined with modern machine learning. It lets us solve problems that we previously thought were impossible. By the way, Lance got his wish of making this available to everyone. All of this is open source, and you can get it now. But that's not all. We partnered with NetEase to showcase GameFace tech with their two popular games, Knives Out and Uno. Not only do these bring GameFace technology to Chinese gamers who might not have been able to play before, they also encourage more game developers to build accessible experiences for more people to enjoy. To play Knives Out and Uno through GameFace, head to the second floor after the keynote and check them out. We're looking forward to seeing how you contribute to the community through open technologies. Over the past few years, we've also been building a simpler developer experience by making it easier to use multiple Google tools together. Because navigating the vast open sea of development tools can feel like wrestling with an octopus that has 100 arms. Who prefers that over having more time to be creative, solve problems, and ship amazing software to customers? I didn't think so. There's still a lot to do, but I hope that you're seeing the tighter integration across Google's products and with partners across the industry. All designed to help simplify your workflow and free up your time. For example, Google, browser vendors, and framework providers partnered to create Baseline, a tool to help you build high-quality cross-browser apps faster, with better compatibility and confidence in the software that you ship. You can learn about it in the web keynote. Better integration doesn't stop there. When it comes to mobile development, we introduce Android Quality Insights in Android Studio, powered by Firebase Crashlytics and Google Play. And richer support for Flutter apps in Firebase. Plus, you can embed Flutter Web directly in an element on any web page, even an Angular app, with improved debugging and Chrome DevTools. Integration isn't the only way we're improving the developer experience and speeding things up. Generative AI can help you take things to Mach speed. Whether you're looking to make your everyday workflow a little easier, power your business, or change the way that things have been done, we're excited to help you reach the benefits by building on Google's foundation models and sharing tools that open up new possibilities for you. When it comes to personal, day-to-day workflows for developers, Android Studio Bot has you covered. It gives you an AI-powered helper to help you be more productive. You can use it to generate code for your app, fix errors in your existing code, and more. In cloud, we offer newer tools that we think will improve your capabilities at the enterprise level. Duet AI in Google Cloud fundamentally changes how developers of all skill levels can build enterprise applications. And with Colab and Vertex AI, you get access to APIs like Palm, Chirp, Cody, and Imagine to use with your own data. These tools are just so powerful. Plus, with no-cost access to cloud GPUs and TPUs, we're making it easier and more accessible for you to get involved in AI. We're pleased to see some of these things being used today to power your development. Here in China, Oppo adopted Google Vertex AI to automate the neural network design process for on-device AI model development to reduce development time and adapt AI models to different mobile chips. AI is also helping Chinese developers innovate. CubeSense uses Angular, MediaPipe, Model Viewer, TensorFlow, and WebXR paired with AR to create virtual omni-channel experience for customers that lets them try before you buy. With more happy customers, the brands they work with have a better conversion rate. Whether you're using artificial intelligence for your personal workflow or for your business, We believe it must coexist with responsible AI so you can build powerful applications in the most productive and responsible way. Be sure to visit the site to learn more. We've covered a lot already, but I just have one more thing to share with you before I pass the mic. I want to introduce Talking Dog, Dove Wong, our event avatar and guide. Dove Wong is a fun demo that we put together to show off how our technology can work together in the form of a customizable AI-powered character. Let's take a look at the conversation that we had earlier. Hi there. Who are you?
I'm Da Wong, your friendly AI guide for today's event. I'm here to help you explore the latest Google technologies and connect with other developers. Woof.
So, Dr. Paul, what is the one thing you suggest our developers explore in today's event?
The only recommendation I have is to not look down on your phone. There are just so many exciting events to check out.
Haha, good point. Could you teach me how to say, I wish all of you a productive IO Connect China in Chinese?
当然可以，祝大家在谷歌开发者大会上收获满满。
This character was rendered on the web and animated with an audio-to-landscape machine learning mode using MeteorPipe. Its response was powered by Vertex Palm API from Google Cloud with carefully designed prompts. You can configure the avatar's personality, backstory, and knowledge base to create an expert with a unique perspective really on any topic. We want to help you take advantage of this technology to make your ideas a reality. So all of this is open sourced on GitHub. Go give it a try. You can find it at the Partner Innovation section near the AI demos. We hope that these updates help you unlock creativity, build smarter, and ship faster to achieve whatever you want across mobile, web, AI, and cloud. Together, we share the joy of solving problems to get more done and make life better for everyone. Without further delay, please give a warm welcome to Jing Yu, the first of several speakers who will go into these updates in much more detail.
Thank you, Jenny。很荣幸今天有机会在这里和大家分享，谷歌会如何携手中国开发者，通过 Android、Google Play 和 Flutter 为用户打造各种精彩的应用程序和出色的移动端体验。Jenny 刚刚提到，大家最想了解的是移动端和 AI。我们很高兴看到中国的开发者们对新技术的热情。谷歌也会一如既往地以大胆而负责的方式发展 AI 技术，并将其融入移动开发。那么接下来，我将从3方面来分享，在这个伴随着 AI 技术突破的时代，移动端的开发。第一，针对多终端开发应用程序的技巧。第二，让我们聚焦几个 Android 平台带来的系统功能，从而帮助开发者打造出色的产品。最后，让我们了解在 AI 融入开发过程中后对开发效率的提高。首先，让我们看看如何对多终端构建应用。今天，我们处在一个多终端多屏幕的时代，基于 Android 平台蓬勃发展的设备生态系统，你们构建的应用触达世界各地的用户，无论是从他们的手中、开车的途中，还是客厅里，通过不同大小的屏幕、不同的终端设备，让每一位用户的生活更加丰富多彩，改变着人们的生活方式。当谈到大屏时，平板电脑和各种形态的折叠屏为我们提供了触及重要用户的巨大潜力和新的机会。我们看到许多应用在优化了大屏设备的用户体验之后，核心业务指标得到了显著提升。Android 操作系统为大屏设备推出了多个重要更新， 你将会在众多的设备上体验到这些新技术，其中包括 OPPO、小米、三星、摩托罗拉和多款谷歌自己推出的设备。与此同时，我们也推出了多个开发库和工具，用于帮助大家完美适配这些设备。例如，我们在今年7月发布了候选版本的 JPEG Glance 库，用于构建主屏幕微件。此外，你可以使用 JPEG Window Manager 库，针对大屏设备调整布局，更好地响应大屏设备独有的模式，比如可折叠设备的 Tabletop 模式，也就是桌面模式。我们的首场移动端专题演讲将对此做案例分析，欢迎大家关注。接下来，让我们将焦点转向屏幕最小的设备，也就是手表。自 Wear OS 3发布以来 ，Wear OS 活跃设备数已经增长了5倍，这也意味着 Wear OS 是增长最快的智能手表平台。Wear OS 有诸多重大更新，今天我会主要提到2点。首先是表盘，表盘是用户使用手表时首先看到和使用的界面。Wear OS 4让你在更轻松地创建自定义表盘的同时，可以优化电量消耗。我们与三星合作开发了新的声明式 XML 表盘，这也就意味着你通过使用 Watch Face Format 不需要可执行代码即可设计表盘。其次，我们发布了 Tiles 功能块 API， 通过使用 Tiles API， 你可以绘制更丰富的动画效果，并以最快捷的方式在 Wear OS 上进行操作和启动应用。Wear OS 4现已发布开发者预览版，欢迎大家的使用。和大家分享了最小的屏幕，那也必须提到最大的屏幕，也就是家中的电视。过去1年中 ，Android TV 操作系统持续增长，月活设备数已超过1.5亿台。无论是自己一个人看喜欢的电影，还是和家人一起看视频，在电视前的时光总是快乐悠闲的。那么，为了帮助开发者构建更优质的 Android TV 应用，我们发布了 Compose for TV 这个全新的 UI 框架，来协助开发者构建既美观又实用的 Android TV 应用。Compose for TV 现已发布 Alpha 版，它提供了一套专为电视优化的组件，大大减低了原生电视应用的开发难度。我们与全世界多个流媒体合作，例如 Plex、Showmax 和 Z5 已率先采用了 Compose for TV。我们期待更多中国的开发者可以使用这个新的框架，并且分享你宝贵的反馈意见给我们。在个人电脑方面，我们发布了 Google Play 游戏电脑版，帮助开发者让自己的游戏轻松登录大屏设备。目前 Google Play 游戏已在 Windows PC 和 Chromebook 上推出，覆盖120多个国家和地区，为玩家带来精选的优质跨平台游戏阵容。该平台发布以来，玩家反响热烈。子龙游戏在韩国发布他们的新作 Archiland 时，初次尝试了通过 Google Play 游戏让手机端和 PC 端同时上线，这让他们接触到了全新的玩家群体。他们30%的用户群都是跨平台玩家，这些用户对获得跨端体验非常满意，不但给出了大量积极的反馈，同时付费意愿高涨。那么面对这些不同的终端设备，接下来让我们看看如何开发高质量应用。谷歌始终将用户的安全和隐私视为第一要务，高质量的用户体验也基于此。得益于通行密钥这种更安全的新型身份验证技术，我们正在进入一个无密码的时代。通行密钥利用指纹、人脸识别等用户已经熟悉的方式，有效地提高了登录率。通过使用 JPEG Credential Manager 库，你可以轻松处理身份验证。这个库向后兼容，结合了通行密钥和传统的登录方式。高品质的用户体验当然也包括高性能的摄像和多媒体功能，记录生活的精彩瞬间对每一位用户都至关重要。 这也是为什么我们推出了 Camera Extension 相机扩展库，让应用可以更充分地发挥设备的拍照能力。我们的首长移动专题演讲将对此做更多的介绍，欢迎大家关注。说了这么多，你肯定也注意到，如今开发者面临着越来越多的需求，不但需要适配不同的屏幕，覆盖更多的设备，还需提升应用质量。那么为了帮助开发者解决这样的难题， Modern Android Development 为大家提供一系列开发工具、Jetpack 库和指南。下面我将在 Modern Android Development 里介绍几个我个人最喜欢的更新。首先是 Jetpack Compose， 使用它你可以更快速、更轻松地构建高品质的 UI。如今，超过24%的前1000 Android 应用都开始使用 Jetpack Compose， 并因此提升了开发效率。这一数据比去年翻了1番。其次是 Kotlin 是我们平台的核心，我们持续为 Android 应用拓宽 Kotlin 的支持面。我们在中国的许多合作伙伴都使用了 Kotlin， 因此受益于更少的代码量、可读性更强、更安全的代码，同时有效地减少了错误和崩溃。最后，出色的语言理应搭载出色的工具。正如 Jenny 刚才所说，我们新增了 StudioBot 这个对话式 AI 助理，将生成式 AI 功能深度集成到了 Android Studio 中。让我们一起来看一下。你可以使用 Android StudioBot 来编写和调试代码，向它询问 Android 开发问题，查找相关资源，学习最佳实践，从而节省开发时间。以上分享之外 ，Android 和 Play 为大家带来了诸多新功能，欢迎大家关注今明2天的移动端专题演讲。我们期待这些新功能和新技术能更好地帮助中国开发者以高效、负责的方式，在这样一个多终端、多屏幕的时代，为用户打造出色的应用程序。提到构建高品质多设备的应用，我知道有很多的开发者都很看重我们的多平台 UI 工具包 Flutter 带来的开发效率优势。例如，腾讯云即时通信团队在采用 Flutter 仅仅几个月后，开发效率就提高了77%，而这绝不是个例。迄今为止，也有超过100万款 Flutter 应用上架 Google Play 和苹果手机应用商店，其中许多走在创新前沿的案例都诞生在中国。除了使用 Flutter 来构建应用，还有很多的中国开发者积极向 Flutter 框架做出贡献，对此我们心怀感激。其中，腾讯、字节跳动和阿里巴巴的团队做了非常出色的工作，帮助我们提高了 Flutter 在 iOS 和 Android 上的稳定性，并添加了对 x86 桌面的支持。做出贡献的不仅仅是大公司，我们非常感谢像 Flutter Candies 这样的社区团队，他们构建和维护了强大的软件包。如果没有他们和像他们一样的群体所做出的贡献，我们将没有办法推出许多重要的新框架特性和开发工具的改进。而这些都在几周前最新发布的 Flutter 3.13 版本中得以体现。此外 ，Flutter 3.13 还提供了 Impeller 在 iOS 端的渲染能力，并发布了 macOS 上首个 Impeller 预览版。欢迎大家踊跃试用，我们期待听到你们的反馈。你可以访问 docs.flutter.dev 了解详情。 最后，我们知道有许多开发者使用 Flutter 来构建精彩的休闲手游体验，因此着力简化了游戏开发过程，并为游戏开发者提供了更多资源。如果想要进一步了解，欢迎参加我们的工作坊和 Office Hour。Flutter 只需一套代码即可构建既能用于移动端，又能用于 Web 和桌面的高品质应用，从而实现前所未有的开发效率。关于 Web， 我们还有更多精彩内容。接下来就有请我的同事 Paul Kinlan 为大家分享 Web 平台的最新动向。
Hello. Thank you, Jingyu. I've been a web developer for over 25 years, building web apps. It's been amazing. But now I get to work with creators and developers like you to solve problems for people just across the world. I'm passionate about the web because it is a truly open platform by design, owned by none of us, but yet shared by all of us. I've been to China now many times, and each time I discover massive leaps in innovation across the web, with businesses like these and many more building very successful modern web applications. Today, I'd like to share some of the opportunities that we see with a web that is more powerful and much easier to build for. The first opportunity is about reaching new customers across multiple platforms. The huge increase in web platform capabilities has enabled experiences that we never thought possible. And yet, most of us are making investments in large investments in client and server apps. And it's time to change that conversation from deciding if you should invest in web or native, and instead talk about how you can utilize web and native. And the key is figuring out how you can bring your investments in desktop or mobile platforms and make it easy to target the web. WebAssembly, or WASM, is a technology that we believe that can help. It's a low-level binary format that allows you to use the languages of your choice to write applications for the web with maximum performance. Global companies like Figma, Unity, Snap, VLC, and many others are already using WebAssembly to bring code from their C++, C#, and even Swift applications and get them running on the web. One of my favorite examples that uses WebAssembly from right here in China is CapCut. It's a short-form video creation app that brought their superior video editing capabilities to the web. And now, WebAssembly supports managed memory languages, which means you can now bring your Kotlin and Dart code and almost any other language to the web to reuse your code across platforms. Another opportunity that we see is AI and machine learning, and there's a critical role for the web to play here. And it all starts with GPUs. Today, most of this work happens in the cloud. But we have a complementary set of GPUs in the devices that we use every day. They've just not been accessible to the browser for use in heavy compute tasks like AI inference. Enter WebGPU. It's a newly available API that unlocks all the power of the on-device GPU hardware, giving the web access to all of that local computing power, not just for advanced graphics, but also for this new era of modern AI. And by using WebGPU, you can now build your apps using compute that is in the cloud and also on your local device. And in terms of performance, ML libraries like TensorFlow now run over 100 times faster on WebGPU than vanilla.js. These kind of gains just make a huge big difference when you're building AI models or graphics-heavy apps. There we go, sorry. And you can really see the difference here in this diffusion model running on WebGL on the left versus WebGPU on the right, both of which are running inside the browser. And as you can see, the WebGPU version finishes it in under 10 seconds, and the WebGL takes 3 times longer. And until recently, WebGL was the fastest implementation on the web. get delighted when I see developers using the latest technology that is useful in really useful ways. The Cocos gaming engine combined WebAssembly and WebGPU and enabled all of their developers to reach multiple platforms with just one build. And I think this is absolutely brilliant. But what gets me really excited is how we can make this easily available and incredibly easily to use and seamlessly integrated across your workflow. More than 50% of us use frameworks every day to build our applications. So we've been working hard to make sure that all of our tools align with this new modern reality of web development. Earlier this year, we expanded our support in Firebase for framework hosting to include things like Astro, Flutter Web, Nuxt, SvelteKit, and we're adding Flask and Django to that list soon too. And for all you Flutter fans, and we know that there's a lot here in China, we've brought a huge number of developments into Flutter on the web. It's faster, with better accessibility, and deeper integration into browser features in the form of things like autofill inside Chrome. And like me, most of us debug websites in Chrome DevTools, and we've been working hard to make sure that we do a much better job of making sure that our work aligns with how your code, or the code that is generated by modern frameworks. From things like cleaner stack traces, to a new show your code option, to even better breakpoint reliability. It all just works so that you can focus on your app experience. Another area that really impacts productivity is performance tuning. And here, Core Web Vitals has become a key yardstick in measuring quality and performance. We've announced that by next year we'll be replacing first input delay with interaction to next paint, or INP, and it's a metric that measures responsiveness more holistically. This change will take effect in March 2024, so we can give you enough time to get familiar with this new metric. The lower the number, the more your users are getting immediate visual feedback in your application, and we think that this is critical when it comes to app quality. And in fact, businesses in China like Miravia and Alibaba have already seen massive improvements to their user experience and their business metrics by optimizing for INP. And if you use Angular, version 16 now includes a new reactivity model and improvements to server-side rendering and hydration that not only enhances the developer experience, but significantly improves your vital scores. The web platform continues to evolve with hundreds of new APIs that have landed and are coming soon. From things like Origin private storage system to UI primitives that make once impossible UI primitives come to life. So join me tomorrow in to learn more about in our What's New in the Web talk, to learn about many more of these updates. But all these new powerful APIs won't help if you can't build an experience that works across browsers. So as Janine mentioned, we've been working with the WebDX community group with other browser vendors and framework providers to establish and deliver a stable and predictable view of the web. And we call this Baseline. Baseline captures the evergreen set of features that are supported across browsers, and it aims to take the guesswork out of, can I actually use this in my app yet? Every year, we'll introduce a new annual cut of Baseline that you can use in your project, and by following the latest Baseline version, you will ensure that your application works on all supported browsers. And MDN, or the Mozilla Developer Network, will be rolling out the Baseline label across their site over the next few months. The web has been around for over 30 years, and I'm always amazed about the innovation that developers have to push the boundaries of what is possible. And I'm excited to see the web adapt to become a more powerful and helpful platform over the next 30 years. And now, over to Jason, who will tell you how to build AI-powered products in the most productive and responsible way.
Thank you, Paul. 谢谢。大家好，我是 Jason。我的普通话不好，所 so I have to speak in English. We've all seen and heard a lot about AI over the last few years, and indeed, it's greatly expanded in the last few months. But whenever this happens with a technology, it's easy for its value to be lost in the hype. So at Google, we want to be helpful in making AI clear for everyone. And we'll start with a definition. We like to see AI as a concept. It's a way of programming computers to react to data in much the same way as an intelligent being does. So having a computer understand the contents of an image or sentiment in a sentence, for example, makes it intelligent artificially. Now, machine learning is the technique that we can use to achieve this. Simply put, we use lots of data, and we train a computer to understand the patterns in that data. What makes this picture contain a cat, or that one to contain a dog? Or what makes this sentence contain a positive sentiment, or that one contain a negative? By looking at lots of data, a machine can learn about it. So when seeing new data, it can intelligently predict what's there. And thus, machine learning is a technique used to build artificially intelligent solutions. Now, this technique has been made available to all of you through open source technologies like TensorFlow and JAX. The global population of software developers is about 30 million. Many of the world's largest companies are dependent on developers. And indeed, it would be hard to find a company that doesn't use software engineering somewhere in the stack. To date, about 10 to 15% of developers have skilled up with machine learning. They're already beginning to transform their businesses using artificially intelligent solutions. There's also a growing number of developers who are using AI solutions without building machine learning models. And keep an eye on this group, because today app creators must be trained developers, but tomorrow that might not be the case. And we'll look into that more later on. Now, Janine shared Project GameFace earlier. It's a solution that was built by software engineers, just like all of you. And it did something that I believe is amazing. But it's also a nice reminder that while AI can be a powerful solution, it's not magic pixie dust that does everything for you, but actually a tool that when used by a good engineer, it opens new doors for solutions that are previously impossible or infeasible. So, for a problem like this one, machine learning models were mixed with good old-fashioned software engineering to create a solution. First, AI was used to detect where in the frame the face was. It's not always in the same place, and it can move around. Next, code was written to cut it out. Then another AI model was used to figure out common anchor points on the face, like the eyes, the nose, the ears. In fact, almost 500 anchor points were used. Finally, code was written to turn these into movement. Additionally, more models could be used to detect blinking, smiling, and so on. As you can see, AI isn't a replacement for what you do as a coder, but it's another tool for your toolbox to help you build better applications and potentially explore things that just weren't possible before. Now, let's look at machine learning engineers, the folks who actually use the data to train AI models like the ones we just saw. For example, data about what a face looks like so you can detect it in an image. Okay. So first, I'd like to talk about some of the new tools that have become available to you in the last few months. The goal for good modeling is a 3-tier stack. Start with a framework for easy model definition and iteration. As you code machine learning models, you need to test, iterate, and so on and so forth. And Keras is your friend here, as it's always been. At the bottom of the stack is where you need your models to execute, and a runtime that's optimized for every platform. And this is the strength of TensorFlow. It can run on so many platforms, from the smallest microcontroller all the way up to the largest cloud. Now, in between these, a hidden layer, if you will, is where the heavy lifting of machine learning actually happens. It's where the parameters in your model are set by tuning them from your data. And we've learned that developers love optionality here. So we've made the stack compatible with TensorFlow, which of course you're familiar with, but also JAX, our framework that lets you do advanced math for machine learning really, really fast, and is used by Google and DeepMind researchers for our state-of-the-art machine learning models. As well as PyTorch, and potentially future frameworks for machine learning. Now, what's really exciting is that regardless of which framework you choose to use, your code does not change. And that's Keras Core, open source, multimodal, and ready for you to use today. Now, I want to return to the model users I spoke about earlier. Today, you have to write code to consume models on various platforms, as we just showed, but chat apps with large language models have introduced a whole new breed of model user to the world. What's particularly exciting is that they don't have to be coders to be able to create solutions, and as such, the population gets larger than today's developers, maybe even much larger. So what would a world look like if there's 300 million people who can build stuff using machine learning instead of just 30 million? What new solutions or businesses could grow from the work of software developers and model users working together? So at Google, we've made it our goal to be as helpful as possible to this new population. We're learning and improving over time, but I'd like to show you some things we've been working on. Model users can interface with language-based models using prompts, but prompts can be more than just simple questions. You can take them a step further using a process called prompt engineering to create applications. This allows you to use plain language to get a model to do whatever you want it to do. And prompt engineering is an art form. There's no one right way to do it. The most important thing is to be creative and experiment to find prompts that work for all of you. So, we've created MakerSuite to make this job even easier. And here's an example that creates an app to classify if a sentence is positive or negative. Instead of writing a lot of code, I gave the large language model some examples of text, along with their classifications and how I wanted them to be presented. I only needed 3 or 4 examples. And then the model was smart enough to figure it out. So when I give it new text, it does the job for me. Now think back to how difficult this might be if you were to write something like this all by yourself without using a large language model. And once done, perhaps, I could work with a coder to turn this into a product or service. In fact, these models are what we use to power many of our products today. Take Gmail's Help Me Write feature to create email drafts based on simple prompts. Or the Magic Eraser feature in Google Photos to detect distractions in your photos and remove them in just a few taps. You can see the potential to revolutionize product development by enabling millions of people who do not have traditional development or data science backgrounds to bring their personal experience to build whole new classes of applications and businesses. And this is what we want to bring to all of you. You can be the dreamer, the maker, the thinker, and the shaper to harness the power of AI and solve problems and build solutions that help us all. Thank you, and xie. Let's now hear from Ting, who is from Google Cloud, and see how they're innovating over there. Thank you.
谢谢 Jason。Google Cloud 近期有哪些新动向呢？其实还真不少，但我想开发者更关注的可能还是 AI。Google Cloud 让企业可以轻松建立 AI， 推动和实现大刀阔斧的创新。无论你是开发新手、企业开发者，或是商务职能人员， Google 强大的 AI 技术都将革新你的工作方式。在 Google 的云平台上，我们正在从3个方面重点投资和发展 AI。首先，我们大力深耕 Vertex AI 等 Google Cloud AI 平台。其次，我们正在运用 AI 技术来加强 Google Cloud 的信息安全。第3个则是我们的核心基石 Google Cloud 平台，通过专为 AI 优化的基础设施以及丰富的 API 接口，从而降低 AI 的使用难度，加快开发速度以及扩大规模。接下来，我们详细说一说第1个重点发展方向，我们的 AI 产品和模型。Vertex AI 是现今市场上功能最全面的企业级生成式 AI 平台，全球开发者都对 Vertex AI 翘首企盼。因为它汇集了 Google 最先进的黑科技、严谨的 AI 研究成果， 经过实践锤炼的 AI 基础设施以及模型，以及综合全面的 AI 工具套件。我们已推出了多个系列的 Google 基础模型，涵盖了多种不同的互动模式，从文本聊天到图片、代码、语音和 embedding 嵌入，一应俱全。所有这些模型现在都已发布了正式版。在上周 Google Cloud Next 大会上，我们刚刚宣布了对这些基础模型的一次全面升级。下面我就向大家介绍一下其中部分的升级。首先是我们的文本模型，在新的版本中，模型的输入长度从原来的8000个 token 增导到了32000个 token， 这样就让开发者可以轻松地处理更长的文本，比如学术论文、法律文书和图书等等。Palm 2现在正式支持了38种语言，其中包括中文、日文、西班牙语、德语等等。另外，我们还有100多种语言正处于封闭式预览版阶段。我们的文本转换代码模型 Cody 也迎来了升级。在新的版本中，对于我们支持的主流语言，生成代码和代码聊天的质量都提升了将近25%。我们的图片模型 Imagine 提供了图片生成、编辑、标注和视觉问答等功能。在新版本中，我们又增加了样式调整的功能。你只需要提供不到10张的图片，就可以生成符合品牌特征或其他创意的图片。比如这张图片，你就给增加了水彩的特征。秉承 Google 营建开放式生态的一贯理念，我们还进一步丰富了 Vertex AI 的 Model Garden 模型库，在其中增加了 Meta 的 Llama 2模型、TII 的 Falcon 模型，而并将很快的增加 Anthropic Cloud 2模型。这样一来 ，Google Cloud 就在一个平台上囊括了包括 Google 自己的模型、第三方模型和各种开源模型。目前 Vertex AI 总共增加了100多款模型，让你可以根据不同的互动模式、模型大小、性能和成本等等，选择你所需要的模型。但我们并未就此止步，为了提升模型的实用性，我们还推出了 Vertex AI Extension。基础模型功能强大，但在训练完毕后，模型就会冻结，这样会造成数据滞后的问题。而且基础模型本身并不能执行各种操作。有了 Vertex AI Extension， 我们就可以打通模型与实时数据之间的管道，并让模型可以执行各种现实世界的操作。生成式 AI 2个最常见的应用场景是搜索和聊天应用，这就是为什么我们推出了 Vertex AI Search 和 Conversation， 与基础模型相辅相成，帮助开发者更高效地构建更强大的搜索和聊天应用。Vertex AI 搜索，你可以将它视为只涵盖企业自有数据的 Google 搜索引擎。利用 Vertex AI 搜索，你可以为用户提供与 Google 搜索同等级的生成式 AI 体验。这款产品将最先进的信息检索和深度检索运用到企业数据当中，不但提供了开箱即用的便捷体验，而且大大降低了应用门槛。另一款产品则是 Vertex AI 对话，它大大降低了开发安全、实用、逼真的聊天机器人的难度，让你可以轻松地构建和部署文本和语音形式的聊天机器人。客户对数据治理、隐私、安全、可靠性和责任透明方向都非常看重，这些因素已经成为满足企业需求的关键。在数据安全和隐私方向，我们的根本原则是你的数据你做主。为了帮助开发者践行 Responsible AI 的理念，我们提供了一整套的工具，包括安全过滤、内容审核和背诵检查等等。下面我们来看一看第二个重点开发方向 Google Cloud 的信息安全。过去1年中，网络安全攻击的数量增加了将近40%，很多不堪其扰的企业都来向我们寻求帮助。 Google 在已有的信息安全平台上又开发了 Security AI Workbench， 它是一款业内首创的基于 AI 的平台，具备良好的可扩展性。它基于一个专用于安全用途的大型语言模型，名为 SecPalm。SecPalm 是在 Palm 2的基础上训练而成，专门针对安全用途做出了微调。它具备多种新功能，可为信息安全团队提供助力，向他们解释威胁源头的攻击路径，生成案例调查报告，并持续监控各种信息安全威胁，以帮助企业避免成为下一个被攻击的对象。为了帮助大家抓来 AI 带来的机遇，我们重点发展的第3个领域就是 Google Cloud 平台和专为 AI 优化的基础设施。Duet AI in Google Cloud 是一个时刻伴你左右的助手。有了它，开发者可以编写出更优质的代码，运维人员可以更高效地管理基础设施，并找出潜在优化的机会。分析师可以探索和直观程式可视化的数据，并与其他人分享，而安全团队可以快速识别安全威胁并做出应对。Duet AI 运用生成式 AI 技术，通过不同的 Google Cloud 界面或接口，及时为你提供所需要的协助。无论你是在使用界面的 IDE、Cloud 控制台，还是聊天对话的窗口。Duet AI 还可以简化大型代码库的维护工作。当你碰到不熟悉的代码时，你可以向 Duet AI 求助。这样一来，你就不必专门去向相应代码的负责人询问，而是可以直接在界面里寻求帮助。关于 Cloud， 我今天就分享到这里，谢谢大家。现在我把时间交给我的同事 David， 他将为大家带来开发者社区的最新动向。
Thank you, Tang, and good morning, Shanghai. I have to say it is wonderful to be back in China. In the last 48 hours since arriving in Shanghai, I have been so impressed by the deep integration of mobile technology into the everyday fabric of life. From payments to transportation to individual human connections, I really feel like I'm living in the future. At Google, we are committed to helping developers everywhere build smarter and ship faster. When I founded the developer ecosystem team almost a decade ago, our vision was to help developers and startups everywhere become successful through communities that bring you all together to share and to learn. And today, I'm super happy that we support developer communities in over 140 countries globally, including right here in China. And we are thankful for your contributions in building an active and a vibrant developer community. Last year, Google developer groups organized events in more than 20 different cities in China that brought together over 600,000 developers across the country, across the full spectrum, the full stack of Google's products and services. And this year, Google developer groups have expanded the efforts to educate developers interested in going global, and they had a wonderful response. In addition, diversity enables all of us to see the world from a different perspective. This is why we want to contribute to building a more diverse developer community. With the help of Women Tech Makers ambassadors, inspirational talks and workshops were hosted at annual International Women's Day events, and these reached almost 150,000 different women participants globally this year. Now, what continues to make me inspired about the work that we do and this team is when I hear about communities that help individuals grow. People like Xingzheng Shan or Steven, who is our Google developer lead in Shanghai, and he oversees the digital product team at a local healthcare company. Leading this developer community, the local GDG group, has helped him grow his confidence as well as his interpersonal skills. And it's also enabled him to advise his company to overcome resource challenges by adopting Flutter, which has ultimately reduced development time and improved efficiency. There have been so many other developers like Stephen who grew with our community and decided to pay it forward and contribute actively. Now today, China is one of the world's leading startup ecosystems, and we are so excited to see Chinese startups play such a vital part of the global market. Recognizing Chinese startups' growing interest to go global, we've launched Google's flagship accelerator program just last year. As Janine mentioned earlier, we were able to help 10 different startups from a variety of industries and verticals tackle each of their unique export challenges by accessing Google's vast resources of products and open source technologies. For instance, Dr. Scrap, which is a startup from our last cohort, builds a platform that can identify and easily separate the composition and value of various industrial waste, and thereby match buyers and sellers to make instant transactions. This results in much more industrial waste that's able to be recycled and reused. And this particular startup's learnings from web, from ads, and from our various business-to-business growth sessions has inspired them to rethink their product strategy and revamp their business model, which has led to a massive sales revenue increase after they graduated from our program. We want to continue supporting more startups like this to build meaningful products that help make the world a better place. We are excited to welcome our 2023 cohort who are with us today. In addition to these programs, we've also added 150 new learning pathways across 10 different Google products. And we recently refreshed the Google for Developers website in Chinese to help you find the information, the tools, and the services that you need. It's our continuous priority to support Chinese developers to connect, to grow, and to innovate, leveraging Google's technology, programs, tools, and platforms. It's my honor to welcome you here to I/O, and over the next 2 days, we hope that you will all take advantage of the more than 50 different sessions across mobile, across cloud, across AI, and across the web, as well as numerous sandboxes and workshops. I hope that you all truly enjoy I/O Connect China, and please, go build something fantastic. 谢谢。